Welcome to the Marine Channel. My name's David. We're at the Dusseldorf Boat Show today on the Pearl 72, a new model, and this is hull number 1. This is actually its European debut. It was launched actually in Fort Lauderdale a few months ago, but this is the first time we've seen it in Europe. Pearl are a British builder celebrating their 25th anniversary this year, and in fact they've just won a special judges award in the Motorboat and Yachting Awards, which were awarded here in Dusseldorf earlier in the week. The boat has 3 really unique features, and something that's 2 of them are really just unique to this size of boat. The first one is the tender garage, which we'll show you as we go around, has the capability to hold not just a Williams 345 but also a jet ski and sea bobs, so it's a really good size, and we'll see that as we go around. The other one is that it actually has 2 master cabins, so a particular feature if you're sharing a boat perhaps, or certainly if you're chartering. Has 4 cabins in total, plus the crew cabin obviously, but it has that flexibility there for two important people, if you like, to have the really smart cabins. The other thing which is quite unique to Pearl is they offer a 5-year warranty on all their boats, and they're the only shipyard to do that, so it gives you that peace of mind on future ownership. So I'm going to walk around the boat now, and we'll see what it's got to offer. There's several really nice features about this transom, and the first one that faces you obviously is this amazing seat here. It's really deep, so it's actually more of a sunpad I guess as well, but certainly a really nice place to sit and look out over the water if we weren't on a boat show. The platform is high-low obviously, and this door here, that is basically the whole of the transom between the stairs there, opens up to this amazingly huge garage, which as I said accommodates a Williams 345, a jet ski and the sea bobs as well. Now what we've also got on the back here is, and I can show you here where it's folded up, it has wings to extend the size of the platform, and if we go over to this here you can see the benefit of those wings. It just gives you much greater floor area for enjoying at anchor, but a really sociable and spacious and lovely transom. Right, let's go back up on the cockpit. Right, we make our way up into this really luxurious cockpit here, and there's lots to talk about here. At the back end we've got the sort of business end, so you've got the mooring gear, Lumar winches there for those stern lines. A really nice feature as well, we have little doors in the sides here, so if you are moored side to, you can actually hop off the boat, which is quite unusual. This seating area is really quite amazing. It's got a huge, it's got 2 separate tables at the moment, but these actually fold out and will make one enormous dining table. They are high-low as well, so they will drop down and then convert this into a huge sunpad. So lots of flexibility there. Under here we have the wet bar, so grill, fridge, etc. And if we just look under here, we have a stern helm, so that if you are mooring stern to, you can actually do it here with a really great view of the dock. But it just oozes sort of quality here. The teak flooring is really superb, and I really like the light-coloured caulking that they've got there. We've got loads of controls up here, so you've got your fusion control here, all the controls for switches and lights and things. We've got fusion speakers set into the ceiling here, so you've got all your entertainment systems. Okay, let's go and have a look at the Flybridge. Right, up onto the Flybridge, and what you first realise when you come up here is the size of it, and we'll give you a full size of it as we wander around, but they tell me it's 10% larger than similar boats from other dealers, from other boat yards. So let's go into the galley, this top galley first. It's beautifully laid out, so you can really access all the people, and it's a bit like a serving bar really. Let's have a quick look under here. So we've got a griddle here. Under here there's a sink, And if we look under here, we've got a chiller cabinet here just for general things, because there is actually another fridge down here. So if I come down here, in here we've got another fridge, so a full fridge, and also an ice maker. So you've got everything you need to entertain up here without having to go down to the galley. Again, plenty of storage in here with bins and goodness knows what else. So let's go forward. Well, let's stop at the dining area, because this is what's served by this galley. And again, this boat has lots of different zones. So we've got the kind of, I suppose, reclining on anchor in a bay, and also the dining, obviously. So good sized table here. I guess you'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 people around it. But what you do notice is the finish on it. Superb teak, love this bit of inlaid stainless there, and it just has a really nice feel to it. Let's go forward again, and this is obviously the area when you are underway. Now what I'm also going to just show you is, let's have a look at this hardtop. So we've got the full solid hardtop, but what we've also got, instead of just a canvas rollback top, we've got these kind of louvers. So you've got the option, they'll slide back so you can have it totally open, but you can have it as it is arranged now, so you can have some sun, some ventilation, but some shade as well. So it's a really nice compromise, and you can stop those obviously at any angle. Let's have a look at the helm. So I'm going to sit at the helm, and I've got a really nice footrest, comfortable seats, got a great view of where I'm going, and look what we've got on this this quite impressive helm here. We've got 2 huge MFDs, one showing a camera, and that's showing us what's going on in the cockpit at the moment, but would act as, I guess, as a bit of a reversing camera if you like. And obviously we've got the chart currently showing on that one. And again, this can be configured to whatever you want on there. Obviously we've got the basic controls, steering, throttles and bow thrusters. This boat's fitted with twin MTU 1900 engines. It's the biggest option, which will give it a top speed of 32 knots, a cruising speed of 25. So we've also got here, we've got all the main switches, we've got the engine control panel, we've got the Humphrey system there, which is effectively trim tabs, but it's blade, so it will give you some stability underway. This boat also has a gyro, Seakeeper gyro stabilizer as well, so it's well catered for in terms of not spilling your gin and tonic. But it it feels a quality place to be, really nicely finished. You've got a great view over the console here, nothing obscured. I can see the foredeck before this starts obscuring it, so you've got great visibility up here and lovely seating. Now if you're not driving the boat and you're a passenger, you've got a really nice area here to sit at. Again, a table, this is a high-low table, goes up and down there, plenty of seating for your passengers, and they can watch the miles crunch off as you go to your destination. Right, so moving aft, we come to, I guess, what is the third zone on this incredible Flybridge, and the space here is just phenomenal. So here we have a huge sunbed, which, if we just look up here, we've got a slide-out sunshade, but that will slide back so you can get as little or as much sun as you want on that sun pad there. And then at the back here we've got freestanding furniture, so you can configure it to however you want it to, but this is great. We've got 2 huge chairs which look really comfy, a nice little table for your drinks. But I think what's nice is when you come here, you've got a real kind of balcony, something really solid. It's not just a little rail, it really is part of the boat and feels sort of structural and solid and safe. But a fabulous space for entertaining, and I say you've got these 3 zones, so whether you're underway and driving the boat, whether you're at anchor eating, or whether you're at anchor just chilling out and sunbathing, it's got it all covered up here. Right, let's have a look at the interior of the boat. Now this boat itself was designed by Bill Dixon, which pearls are, and again traditionally with pearls, the interior is by Kelly Hoppen, interior designer of some note, and she offers 3 styles, 3 options inside. So this is the indulgence option, which is I guess kind of quite dark in places, nice smoky wood, but has a really nice kind of enclosing feel and cozy feel to it. Let's have a quick look round. So you're immediately in this sort of lounging area. So we've got a lovely big sofa, some freestanding seats and tables, and over this side, obviously, all the AV kit. So this is a really nice sociable place. Perhaps come hide from the sun, but you can really sort of start relaxing in here. If we move forward, you come into this galley, and this galley feels amazing, frankly. You've got these huge windows behind and up here, so lots of natural light coming in. You've got blinds if you need to shut it out, but it's laid out superbly for access, so if you're serving food it can just go over the countertop here, and you're not away from your guests, so you can be working, preparing that meal and still having some interaction with your guests. So plenty of worktops, lovely great sink in here, obviously a hob over here with our little extractor fan in the middle. Let's have a quick look at what we've got in terms of storage. So we have a storage in there which has cup holders, plate, drawers, etc. This one has a pop-out bin. If I move forward, this one is the dishwasher, and here we've just got some racking which is very clever and slides down here, and once you slide it round it brings in some more storage there, so loads of storage. And you've got your oven down there. Now you're thinking, where's the fridge? Let me show you. So the fridge is actually over on this side and tucked in here. So we have a really good sized fridge in there, and underneath it we have a freezer. And also you've got the storage here as well. So you've got these racks and racks of things for bottles or jars or whatever, and look at that, soft close as well. Now on this side of the galley, we've got this sort of bar stools, and you can sit up here, maybe have a drink while you're chatting to the chef, or even have nibbles up here and just eat there. But it really works, and it all flows and just and flows into it and becomes one lovely area. This boat has a Seakeeper gyro, as I said, so you're going to be really stable and not spilling those drinks. Right, let's come up here into the kind of business end, I suppose. Now, if you look at the amount of glass we've got up here, it's a really bright and airy place to be. So this section here has blinds that will shut it out, because that's going to get some serious sunlight through there and will get it quite hot. Obviously it's air-conned, so you can control it, but it can be a bit overpowering sometimes. Let's have a look at the helm. So the helm really nicely laid out, two beautiful seats, and a good view from the helm. Just going to sit up there, if I can do it without falling off. So in front of you, you've got the two huge screens. And again, we're not obscuring our view with this. So I can see, everything on the bow, and it's not getting in the way. So steering position, obviously, throttles nicely to hand, bow thrusters, etc. We've got the two MTU engine controls. We've got all our switch gear, and we've got these MFDs, again, we're showing the chart, and we've got the camera on there so we can see what's going on behind us. But really quality of finish here. Look at this stitched material, and just feels a really nice place to be. The other thing we've got from the helm is this side access door, so we can quickly get out onto the deck and help with mooring or anything that's going on out there. Now opposite the helm, we've got this huge dining area. So this kind of doubles up. So it is the dining area for inside, but it's also a place for people to sit when you're on passage. So really nice view, obviously, for everybody, with these huge windows, which go right down to the side there. It's a bit dark because we're inside, obviously, here, but plenty of natural light coming in and plenty of view to be had. So let's go down and have a look at the forecabin. We're going to go down into the accommodation, and we're actually in the forward end of the boat, and we come into this master cabin, one of the master cabins, and look at this, how opulent it feels. You've got that Kelly Hoppen interior. I mean, it feels like a really nice hotel room, chic hotel room, but it feels very different to any bow cabins that you'd see anywhere else. So you've got a forward-facing bed with plenty of storage down the sides. You've got all the lighting switches there. Again, plenty of storage here. In here we've got lots of cupboards and wardrobes, and all along here we've got Again, just more and more storage. If we look at the sort of forward end, you've got this little sort of seating area, so you can relax, have your morning coffee, whatever it might be, croissant. And as I said, this would suit somebody who's sharing the ownership of this boat. So, you know, there isn't one special cabin, you've got two special cabins, so nobody's missing out. Here we've got a TV that pops out of the top there, so watching in bed is no problem. And again, it's the quality really stands out, and you can see the craftsmanship that's gone in here. But let's go down here, and here we've got the ensuite for this cabin as well, which again continues that feel. Again, feels like a hotel, really does, but beautifully appointed. Plenty of storage, shelves, cubby holes to put everything. We've got a lovely great sink here with storage under, loo over there, and a really good shower stall here. We've got a rainfall shower set into the ceiling, and also a hand shower there as well. Also here you've got really large hull windows, so you've got a view, sit on the loo, have a view, but you've also got that natural light coming in, and a little port just there, so you can get some natural ventilation. But this feels like a really lovely place to be, and as I say, the quality is just amazing. So this is one master cabin. Let's go and have a look at what else we've got, because it's got a separate staircase. So this is totally separate in terms of its access, whereas the other one isn't. Right, so we're now coming down the second staircase, which takes us to the midships of the boat. And I'm going to start in here. So this is the second master cabin. Full beam, so we have the hull windows, huge hull windows there, which are going to give you a great view out over wherever you happen to be. Really nice sized bed. Again, plenty of storage. All these drawers and cupboards here, all on soft close, feel really nice. We've got a fusion control there, so we've got sound system, speakers set into the ceiling here. But again, you've got that real hotel feel, just absolute quality. And again, just a beautiful place to be. If we come around here, we come into the ensuite for this cabin. And again, it's beautifully appointed, a great size. So we've got a loo down here and a nice size sink here. And again, a shower cubicle here. I don't know if you can just look in there, because we've got a rainfall shower again set into the ceiling, and a hand shower as well, and even a little seat in there. But it's the quality that really kind of jumps out at you, and this quite strong contrasts that come with this indulgence interior. So let's go and have a look at the other cabins, because we have here another double, and this is effectively the VIP. So it is smaller obviously, but we've got huge hull window here. We can't see it at the moment, I'm afraid, because we've got a walkway alongside us here at Dusseldorf. But it's a really nice size room. We've got the use of mirrors to obviously exaggerate its size. But again, you've got all that beautiful elegance, opulence of Kelly Hoppen's interior. So it has its own ensuite again. So we've got 3 cabins with ensuite. And just have a look in there, because you've got shower cubicle here, again with the rainfall shower and separate hand shower, and then sink and a loo just around the corner there. So this is not a bad place to be, and this is the 3rd best cabin on the boat. So let's have a look what else we've got down here. Now what I've got to show you as we come down here is this, because this is personal obviously, but look at this. Bing! Less work, more play. Good motto. Right, come on into this one. So this is the twin cabin, the 4th cabin, so possibly for kids, but again, for kids, not a bad place to be. 2 really nice berths, again, beautifully finished, lots of storage everywhere, little cubby holes. In here we've got plenty of space with your phones and goodness knows what else. We've got controls for the aircon, heating, And again, you get a large hull window here, so you've got a great view of what's going on outside, and a little port for fresh air as well, and a TV there just to keep you entertained. Behind the door here, there's a big wardrobe. I won't show you that. Now this cabin actually shares what effectively I guess is the day heads, the communal bathroom if you like, but by shutting that off obviously, and you can lock it from here, it becomes an ensuite. But again, here you've got exactly the same finish as everywhere else. Nobody suffers. You've got a loo, you've got a beautiful sink, and again a great shower stall with the rainfall shower and a hand shower as well. Right, so that's the 4 cabins. The only thing we need to go and have a look at is what we've got on the foredeck, so let's go and have a look. And we end up where we started, back on the foredeck, and this foredeck is actually a really special place to be. If we look up, we see we've got some shade from the sun, and that's mounted on some pretty impressive carbon fibre poles here, 4 of them at each corner. Sitting down, we've got a table in front of us. This will fold out and actually drop down and become one huge sun pad. But it's a really sociable area, a really nice place to be, even underway, and certainly at anchor. We've got a control here for the Fusion stereo, speakers set in here. And just look at these lighting. So imagine being up here, dusk, maybe a little bit dark. We've got these pop-up lights that go down into the coach roof when it's not being used, but it will create a beautifully ambient area here. Now also up here, it is practical as well as for leisure. We've got a couple of huge lockers, which we've got the mooring lines in at the moment. We'll take some fenders. And just going forward, again, plenty of cup holders here if you're on that sunbed. We come forward and we've got all the mooring gear. Beautifully highly polished stainless heavy duty gear, stainless chain. We've got a large stainless delta anchor on the front there. And if I lift this lid, you'll see in here we've got some pretty huge lockers, and there's 2 of these, one either side. So we've got fenders in one and some mooring lines again. But a really purposeful and heavy duty, look at these fair leads, really solid and really beautifully finished. Interestingly here, if we just look down here, we've got a window which goes through into that forward master cabin, so you get plenty of light coming in there. This boat is 2.6 million plus VAT. It's pretty much that price across whichever engine option you go for, but it's certainly a very spectacular boat, very luxurious boat, and I think with the Kelly Hoppen interior it's a little bit different to what you might see elsewhere. Hope you've enjoyed this tour. If you have, please do subscribe, like and share, and what we'd also like is some comments. Just be interesting to see what you think of the boat. Just pop some comments down there. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.